Hi, welcome to Book Talk. I'm Sonia. Today we are going to talk about books that have stars in the title. So I'm going to start with two of the books I don't have because they're checked out, so we're going to put a book cover up right here. Where the Forest Meets the Stars by Glendy, Vanderah. I heard about this book from this book club that I'm in called Genre X, and someone recommended it for us, and we read it. We had a good discussion. It was really good. It's got a little mystery to it. It's basically this grad student, Joanne. She's doing field work, so she's in a cabin all summer in Illinois studying birds, and this mysterious little girl shows up and won't go home. And this girl claims to be an alien, and she's not going home to her planet until she does her field work, is what she's saying. So Jo is she tries to, call the authorities. Every time she calls the authorities, the little girl runs away. So they kind of start having this relationship. She's helping this little girl. Another neighbor down the way, Gabe, is also pulled into helping this girl. And it seems like no one is looking for her. So maybe she really is an alien. She's really smart. She knows about the stars and the galaxies. So it was a very interesting problem. But also all the characters were very well developed and realistic, and their relationships, they were flawed, and they had, stuff going on. So there was a lot to talk about. I would recommend it for book clubs. It was really good. That came out last year. So the next one that I'm reading is called The Giver of Stars by Jojo Moyes. She wrote Me Before You, which you might have heard of because it became a big hit and became a movie, which I haven't read, Me Before You. But this one is a historical fiction from the point of view of an English lady who gets married, has a whirlwind romance when she meets an American in England, and then they come to America, and she doesn't know what she's in for. They come to Kentucky, and her new husband and his family own some of the mines there. But the marriage isn't going great. So also a big part of the story is what she gets involved in to give her life some purpose, since her marriage is going sour, is the pack horse libraries that were started. So this is like 1930s, and the pack horse libraries were an initiative to take books like into the mountain families, to promote literacy and to promote reading. So she becomes one of these pack horse librarians. But meanwhile, her husband and her husband's father are not treating the mine workers well, and there's a whole thing with like the miner safety, and they're trying to unionize, and but her husband and father-in-law only care about money. So lots of issues going on, lots of things that were happening in the 30s in that time period. So if you want to be transported into the 1930s in Kentucky with all of these things going on, then I would recommend it. So the last one that I have just came out. That other one came out 2019 also, the Giver of Stars. So this is the newest one, came out 2020, just came out. It actually takes place during the 1918 pandemic, which is a coincidence because when she started writing it, the pandemic hadn't started yet, but it got published during the pandemic right now. But a lot of it has to do with, so the main character is a nurse, and she's in the maternity ward. So if you don't like reading about labor and delivery and graphic scenes of women giving birth, then you probably want to pass on this one. But if that sounds good to you, the main character is a nurse in Ireland. Like I said, it's 1918. There's a pandemic going on. So she's actually in the ward of maternity, pregnant women who have the flu. They're separate from like the other maternity ward. So she's in there nursing these women, helping them give birth. The whole first half of the book is one day in the maternity ward And so it's like this claustrophobic setting. You're just in this ward with these women who might die. So it's kind of intense. For me, halfway through, the book gets really good when the character of Dr. Lynn is introduced. And she is, according to the author's note, this Dr. Lynn is based on a real person, a real woman doctor at that time, who was called the Rebel Doctor because she was fighting for rights in Ireland with the rebel army. So that was really interesting, and I really loved the scene where she's mentoring the nurse, and I thought that was like, that's where the book really started getting good for me. Then we see the nurse, we see her home life, and her brother. She has a brother who came back from the war, because also there was a war at this time, right? So then we go back into the maternity ward again, and there's this a quirky character that comes in to help, who is a product of like the Irish orphanages run by nuns. So if you want to be transported to Ireland in 1918, but again, there's a lot focusing on like childbirth. So just so you know, it was really good. I gave this 4 stars. All these books are really good, so I hope one of them or all of them sound good to you. Leave comments below, like and follow us. Thank you to all the readers I've been hearing from lately, like verbally telling me that they like my recommendations. It's nice to know that this is going out and reaching people. So join me next time, and happy reading.
If you enjoyed this video, please like the video and subscribe to the Stickney-Forest View Public Library's YouTube channel. Also, like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The Stickney-Forest View Public Library District, where great things happen.